Hello IPG Nation! How are you doing today? Today is Saturday, now is 1:03. We are here with our YPG program that we call Youth Hangout. Yes or no? And here with me, I have Serafina. How are you doing today, Serafina?
I'm very good, Pastor.
We have here Judah, Pastor Judah. How are you doing today?
I'm good.
So today in our program we are going, actually is my first time here, yes or no?
Yeah, Pastor, welcome.
Thank you. I appeared, I remember when I came, when I do the first time is when we went to Tunapuna, yes or no?
Yeah.
By the way, we are going back to Tunapuna, yes or no?
For sure, Pastor, but we can talk about that later.
We can talk about that later. But today we are going to talk about the challenges that many youths they have been facing in their lives. Serafina, you know that we have many youths, they face a lot of challenges in their lives. And many youths, unfortunately, they end up giving up on their life or taking the bad way, going to a bad path. But we are here today to tell them that there is a better path that they can take, that one day you found it, yes or no?
Sure.
All of us, we found it, and they can find it that's going to help them a lot.
Yes, because many times, just as you were saying, Pastor, they don't see or they feel like they're completely helpless. They don't know the route, they don't know who to turn to. And that's why we bring this program to you today, so that you know there's a way out for whatever challenge that you may be facing that we're going to talk about, even some of the problems that we're not going to talk about today. All of us here, we have faced at least one of them, and we're going to show you a solution for it in this program. So stay tuned with us.
Stay tuned, stay with us, because my friend, through this Youth Hangout, it's going to help you a lot. By the way, talking about youth challenges, I would like you to take a look to this video that is very strong and powerful video. Then we'll be back with you in a few.
For somebody going through tough times, for somebody struggling just to keep your head above water. You're trying, but things don't seem to be quite working out the way you planned. You thought you'd be in a different place at this season in your life, but you're still suffering.
You have no say-so in what happens to you, but you have a say-so in what you do about it. You have a determining voice into where your life can go. See, life is 10% what happens to you. It's 90% what you do about it. You get a setback. You get thrown off course. You lost your mama. That's dirt. But show me something that has grown into something beautiful that didn't have no dirt on it. You need dirt on you to develop, because dirt ain't just dirt. Dirt is fertilizer. Dirt is nutrient. Dirt gives you the strength for your seed to push through. You gotta have dirt on you to push through something. Everything you see that's beautiful starts out as a seed, but that seed got to get dirt on it. You got to have dirt on you to grow into what life got for you.
The only thing I want from you is that every single day when uncertainty creeps in, I need you to get up and I need you to go heavy on it. In the midst of opposition, in the midst of challenges, in the midst of adversity, when you taste a little bit of blood and something happens that you didn't expect to happen, I need you to go heavy on it.
You gotta be willing to go after your stuff. You gotta be willing to go after whatever has got your name on it. Sometimes you gotta fight your way over. Sometimes you gotta fight your way through. Sometimes you gotta look in the mirror and say, listen, I ain't got nobody else to encourage us right now. It's just me and you. But I'm telling you, you're the head and not the tail. And I'm fighting for me, or my house, or my children, or my brothers, or my sisters, or my husband, or my vision, or my dream. I'm gonna stand right here, and I ain't giving up my children. I'm not giving up my money. No, I'm standing. You can't keep quitting your whole life. You can't keep backing up, and you can't keep fainting, taking 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. After a while, there ought to be something in our lives that we stand through. Sicknesses that you stood through, struggles that you stood through, weaknesses that you stood through, crises that you stood through, pressures that you stood through. That is where character is developed. That's what defines our destiny when you are in the middle of transition.
Yeah, YPG Nation, so you saw the video, you understand, and sometimes we all go through problems, challenge, trials, that, you know, we seem like there's no way out. You don't know what to do again, you understand, because I remember, Pastor, you know, sometimes in which I used to see my mom being abused, a daily challenge, and I used to fight with myself thinking, what can I do? What is the solution? You understand, and I didn't know what to do. I don't know how to carry along, how to find a solution to it. You understand? And I was just lost.
By the way, you mentioned about that. Which age you had when you saw your mother going through those challenges?
Pastor, it was the age like from 10, I could say 10, 11, 9.
It is very good you pick this point, you're talking about it, because there are many youths out there that they have been seeing a lot of things happening inside of their house. You know, domestic violence, abuse. Some youths, they see that their parents, because of this locking down, they are not working, and they see things missing in the house. Because I remember as well, Serafina, you can talk about it, some situation that went through in your life. He said that the abuse that he saw his mother going through. So one of the challenges that I faced before I come into the YPG, it was financial problem. My father, he had a good job. He had a good job in Brazil, and then he ended up losing the job that he had. Then we used to depend on him for everything. He used to be, I can say, the pillar of the house. He's the one that used to pay the bills. He's the one that used to provide everything for us in the house. And when he lost the job, he got so disappointed that he ended up become addicted to alcohol, which was a shock for him, and he started to drink. So one problem bring another one. And many youths I know, they are watching us right now, they have been going through the same situation, the same problems. Their parents are not working, and then they end up see their parents end up drinking, smoking, fight in the house. And many of them, they think like that, nobody care about me. Because I also have this thought as well. Why my father, he was, you know, get drunk all the time, over and over, bills are poor, piling up, so many problems, they end up forget us. And this is exactly many parents, it's happening in many people, many youths' house. Their parents have their challenge, their problem, they end up forget about their children, and then the children think, the youths think, nobody care about me. If I die today, my friend, nobody's going to miss it. Is that correct?
That's so true, because that is exactly the way that I felt growing up. My mom and my stepfather, they had their own challenges, they had their own life, so to speak, that I didn't know what was going on with them. But that is exactly how I felt. I felt neglected. I felt like no one cared, even if I hurt myself. Like, that's what even led me to try to hurt myself. I thought that if I ended up in the hospital, then someone would pay attention to me. So that's how many youths they feel, because the parents, they go through challenges in life as adults. And the youths, they don't understand it. And the parents, they don't share it, so they don't know what's going on with their parents at that point in time. They just see the rage, or they see the outbursts of their parents, and they don't understand that the person is actually facing something. And that leads the youths to feel hurt, it leads the youths to feel so neglected, like nobody cares at all. And it just leads them to just be separated and try to find that love, or to find that help from somewhere else that they don't even know.
And you won't know what happened as well. Sometimes in order for the parents to, how can I say, sometimes the parents, they even get angry against their children because what they have been going through. And many times treat their children in a bad way. For example, Pastor Judah, how many of them, they watch us right now and they say, my mother, they don't have time for me. My mother, she doesn't care about me. Maybe you went through the same thing at home, so many different problems, like so many different challenges.
Exactly, because I remember times where I can laugh now, because it's
today you can laugh.
Today I can laugh. It's a testimony, in other words, because I remember going by the shop, daily challenges. I remember my mom sending me by the shop. You know, the shop, there's a particular shop in the community with a bag of coins to buy 1 tin of corned beef, you know, 2 buckets of water from by the standpipe, you know, to carry for your mom to bathe or to carry for your sister, your brother. Daily challenges, trying to hustle money just to reach the work, to provide, to bring back something, you know, for the children. Sometimes vice versa, it could be with your mom or your dad. Sometimes it is be hard. You understand? These little challenges, you know, youth go through nowadays. These little challenges in where sometimes they reach home but you're real hungry, you now come from school, you now come from work, and they want to know what the food is, boy, what the doubles, boy, what the KFC, boy, but yet still there's nothing there. Small things happen every day.
You know that doesn't matter. They are financially conditioned. All the youths, they have been going through challenge. Because we know youths that they watch us right now, although they have doubles, boy, although they have KFC, boy, they also going through challenges.
Exactly.
Some of them, they have a depression from their parents that they have to go to school, they have to study, they have to pass in their tests. Some of them, they have some homework, yes or no? Homework to do. Some of them, they have to write sexy. That's it, yes or no? They have too much pressure on them and they don't even know how to react about it.
And I remember, Pastor, just as you was talking about this, I remember that some years ago, it used to happen so often that children that have to set the SEA, and that is small children who is 12, 13 years old, and they actually committed suicide because of the amount of pressure that the parent, that they felt that they had to do good. They couldn't fail, so they thought that they was going to fail, so they didn't want to set the exam, so they ended up killing themselves.
And you see, and sometimes they have a good background, they come from a good background, sometimes they have money, they have the parents that support them, but it's the pressure, it's so many things that they have been going through that have been making them to feel depressed. We are here to tell you that you can overcome, because today we overcame. Today we are free. From the moment that you decided to come to the YPG meeting, by the way, we are going to talk in a few how our YPG is going to be this coming Sunday. Tomorrow, we are going to find out, you know, more information about our Youth Hangout meeting tomorrow. But friend, stay with us because we can tell you that you can overcome. Before you go, you have someone to interview today, right?
Yeah, Pastor, we have a guest today from the branch of Port of Spain.
No, you should not say the branch. Oh my goodness. She's from Port of Spain.
She's from Port of Spain. I ain't said she's from Port of Spain.
But no, by the way, we have so many youths watch us from Tobago, from Tunapuna, from Sando. A special good afternoon to all of you. My friend Azamata from Port of Spain, from Eyaro, from Sando, from Tunapuna, from Chaguanas, Azamata. The YPG, always I say, we are a family.
Yeah, Pastor, and today she's going to tell us about the YPG in Port of Spain, how it is, what do you have to do, what are the requirements, you understand? She's going to tell you more because she's from a team in the YPG, which has multiple teams, so she will tell you more. Let's go to her there now.
Great.
Yeah, people, so we have a guest here, Kenya from Port of Spain YPG youth group, and she's going to tell us how we're reaching, what really going on in youth group in Port of Spain. So what really going on? Tell us.
Well, right now Port of Spain have real vibes. There are 4 teams. There are Asha, God, Manasseh, and of course my team Benjamin. As you could see, I rep my color white.
Yeah, white,
so I
white,
just want to invite the youths this coming Sunday at 12:30, 40 South Key at Port of Spain. Come in your color for sure. I know white is your favorite color, so I'll be seeing you there.
Yeah, so you just guessing white is everybody's favorite
color.
Yeah,
white is the color.
But
white does look good on them though.
Yeah, it does look good on her. Yeah, so if I know what, I could come up, we had different teams. She had different teams, you understand? So, all I hear. But watch now, I can recall in Port of Spain and Tunapuna, there's a challenge, you understand? And I remember, since we're talking about life challenges, this is one challenge that we had, and Port of Spain made a video challenging Tunapuna. So we're gonna take a look at this video now.
Yeah, and we're ready to challenge Tunapuna. Moses, get your team ready because we're out. Are we ready?
Yeah. Assistant Moses, we outside here. People from Tongue, we coming to challenge to
Bad. We had to tell him, Simon. We had to tell him, Simon. Tell us.
You want to spin, go and fall, yeah? And you go and beat all your bad.
They spot us spin. We coming for you to Napuna.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
Moses, we don't play now, so we coming fair.
Want to spin or they want to challenge Tunapuna. Here what? Better we do it this Sunday, right fellas? Yeah! For the spin, we don't talk football. We just play football. We go meet on the field, on the field.
Well, let us see if Tunapuna is going to be able to beat us here for the spin because my friend, I tell you, the youth here, Serafina, the youth here.
The guy say he don't play.
The guys here, we don't talk about, football. We also play football in Serafina for sure. What do you think? Do you think that Porospen will be able to beat Tunapuna?
Hands down.
Hands down.
Hands down. One time. It had no competition there. None.
And my friend, for sure, it's going to be a great day, right? Many of them, they watch us right now and they see which kind of shirt is that.
Yeah.
This is like a sign.
Because they see us all the time with the red and blue, but it's a different style, YPG.
By the way, you have yours as well, right?
Yeah.
Great. But today she's here to represent the YPG. And then let me explain better what this shirt means. Can you turn here for them to see? Yeah, this shirt is a group that you have. It is written here, help. I want to judge. I want, meaning I will not, I won't judge. I will help you. So, friend, this month of September, thank you, we are going to have a great, September, we are going to, you didn't know, but now I'm explaining to you. This month of September, we are going to have a great event coming up. And we are already preparing ourselves. And you should prepare yourself as well. This group of help, we are helping those who are out there feeling depressed, feeling suicidal. There are many people, not only youths, that they are so frustrated that the only thoughts that they have in their mind is to kill themselves. Is that correct?
That's so very true, because just like we were talking earlier about the challenges that many face, when they reach to that point where the challenge is so much that they don't see any way out, they tried everything, and nothing seems to be working for them, they think that the only solution is to end their life. They think that is the ending of all their problems. But we are here, the group itself, the group of help, is something that's going to show everyone, is going to help everybody that is facing any challenge. If you say that you're facing a challenge in life right now, this group of help is going to help you. That is what is it for.
And Pastor Judah, many youths, whenever they are depressed, they think like that, they are going to judge me. They don't know why I have been crying. They don't know why I have been depressed. But this group is exactly working a different way. We are not going to judge them. We are going to help them.
For sure, Pastor, because from experience, now coming to the YPG, me myself, but it's not about me. Now seeing that, other youths that we spoke to, come to the YPG, come to the youth group, they have a way of thinking that, we are going to judge what they wear, who they are. It's not about that. This is not what the group is for. The group is to show you that we are here for you to grow in what you want to grow in, to help you to find, not only an outer peace with what you want, but an inner peace also. Because some of the youths who are watching us, Pastor, they are depressed. As you said, they are feeling suicidal. Some of them, they're thinking there is no God. They're thinking there is no one. Some of them, they feel to lock themselves in a dark room. As we were speaking before we started this program, there's many youths with different kind of problems. And we are going head on in this new group that we are about to start here in Trinidad, and we are going to make a difference.
And for sure, and the best way for them to overcome depression, for them to overcome anxiety, and also suicidal thoughts is when they have the Holy Spirit. Because you know that from tomorrow, we are going to start the fasting of Daniel. Yes, on the 21 days. Because when a person, they receive the Holy Spirit, they're no longer suicidal, they're no longer depressed. They don't have the desire to kill themselves anymore, like Celine. We are going to watch the testimony of Celine right now, and she's going to say she used to be depressed, she used to try to kill herself, but from the moment that she received the Holy Spirit, her life changed completely. Let us go now to her testimony.
My name is Celine Burnley, and before receiving the Holy Spirit, I suffered from depression. The depression started from a young age, from around the age of 13 years old. I remember being depressed. I remember eventually it led up to having suicidal thoughts. I started to cut myself, and along with the depression, all these problems came, like I had a lot of anger and hatred inside of me, which made me to be isolated. So it happened for a few years, and each day my life just felt like I was living the same day over and over, like I was just existing at the time. And eventually my mom started to go to the church, and she also invited me. I started to go with her. But at the beginning, I wasn't really taking it much serious, but I started to learn. With each day I would go, I started to learn from the pastors, from the assistants, about the Holy Spirit, about overcoming your problems, overcoming depression and suicidal thoughts, and it was like directed to me. So within going to the church with my mom, I started to do the chain of prayer so that I could receive my freedom from the depression, and I started to learn more, and I started to put what I was learning, the advice I was receiving, into practice. So there was one time that the pastor was talking about something that I remember up to this day. He was talking about everything here on this earth, including your family, your friends, material things, things that we might feel pleasure in on this earth. He was teaching us that all these things pass away, they're not eternal. And it made me to realize that everything that I was worrying about here, it was not benefiting me in any way, because it wasn't going to last. So from that day onward, I started to apply this teaching of putting Him first, putting God first above everything else. And I had reached at my worst point, where the depression and the anger, the suicidal thoughts was becoming overwhelming for me. And I acknowledged that I needed help, but the help that I needed could not have come from my family, my mother, my friends, or anything like that. But I needed help from God, because I wasn't able to see a clear future for me. At the time, I felt totally hopeless, and I was weak, spiritually weak and down. So one day I went with my mom, and that day I remember myself being weak. I remember that at the time the relationship with my mom wasn't as good, and it was a point in my life where I felt the most alone. I was feeling like I was just in a dark place at that time. And while seeking God, because the pastor taught while going to the church, I was learning along the way how to seek God and how to receive His Spirit inside of me. And on that day, when I was at my worst, I seek God, and that was the time that He showed up for me. It was in the worst moment, the darkest time of my life, the time that I felt the most alone. And He came, and I began to tell Him everything that I was feeling inside of me. even though I knew that he already knew, but I said it anyway. I talked and I explained, I showed him how desperate I was for his help in that moment. And within that moment, that's when he uplifted me. He gave me the strength, and he also assured me that he is with me. So even though I was feeling alone, it seemed like it was just me, I was alone, he gave me the assurance that he is with me and he will stay with me. And it's from that day on, it was a total change for me, because my mentality changed, my character changed, my way of thinking totally changed from that moment, from that experience. I'm totally transformed today. And even after receiving the Holy Spirit, I did have a lot of battles and challenges to deal with, but I was assured each and every time I faced a challenge that God is with me, because only with His strength I was able to overcome. So today I have the assurance that the Holy Spirit is with me, because I have the peace and the assurance that He will always be with me through whatever challenge I might have to face, and I will be able to overcome it, because my strength will only come from the Holy Spirit.
A wonderful testimony from Celine. If you want as well to find out more about this powerful fast, the fasting of Daniel, that's not fasting concerned about food, because many youths, they think 21 days, I have to stay to 1 days without eat my double, without eat my games, they're going to think that they are going to die. But surfing, it's not about food, but it's about information, about the things of the world.
Because they think that even though that they depend on the social media to live, or they depend on the television for entertainment, and they think, okay, this is too hard, how can I do this? But when they start, bit by bit, step by step, you're going to see that you're going to feel so much better, you're going to feel at peace, because you're not going to be worried about what this person's saying or what this show coming on. You're going to just be within yourself, and you're going to have an inner peace that nowhere else you can find it.
And friend, if you want to join us tomorrow, we are going to talk more about it. And also tomorrow in our YPG Hangout here at 1 p.m. Yes or no? We are going to have a powerful message, Pastor, that's going to help the youths out there.
For sure, Pastor. A powerful message that may help some youths who think there is no way out at all, who feel alone, so that you can overcome.
That's why, friend, get yourself ready for tomorrow. We are going to talk more tomorrow. We have the account of the tribals. Yes or no? By the way, what's the name of your tribal?
My tribe, my group in itself, we are conquerors. So my group consists of two. So within conquerors, we have the group like that Kenya was talking about. We have Benjamin and we have Manasseh.
Well, friend, tomorrow is going to be very powerful. And for sure, as today is Emancipation Day here in Trinidad, holiday. Many people, they will celebrate it, yes or no?
Yeah,
this morning, we had service in church. Many people, they came dressed with the colors, you know, back in those days.
Look nice, look nice.
It was amazing. So, friends, as for us, we are going to finish here our YPG Hangout, and tomorrow we are going to wait for you. We are located at number 40 South Kia, right here in Port of Spain. Then Sando as well. Do you remember the address of Sando? This will be from front. It's so Sunday. Please don't disappoint the youth from Sunday who came from there.
23 Mokarapo Street, next to the market. Old Habosco Cinema. 22 to 23, next to the market, Old Habosco Cinema.
Send out words of faith for the youth from Sando.
I would have faith. San Fernando. Have vibes.
Because here in Port of Spain, we don't kill the vibes.
We don't kill the vibes at all.
And tomorrow we are going to be back. Very well. Before we go, I would like to show to you this beautiful song that's have a powerful, strong message talking about the Holy Spirit. And please don't forget, and also don't kill the vibes. God bless you all. Bye-bye.